Marvel's worst franchise is back. Fantastic Four. Reboot incoming. Yep, here we go again. The Fantastic Four is getting rebooted. Again. This might just be the most cursed Marvel movie franchise ever. Like clockwork, it gets a reboot every 10 years. And somehow manages to flop even harder each time. So the big question is, if it keeps bombing, why do they keep making it? Well, there are a lot of reasons. But the main one? Despite the movies being a disaster, the Fantastic Four holds legendary status in Marvel's comic book history. They were Marvel's first superhero team, debuting in 1961, and they're tied to some of Marvel's biggest cosmic concepts: the multiverse, Galactus, Doctor Doom, the Negative Zone, you name it. So Marvel Studios keeps telling itself, this IP should be a hit. They just haven't found the right way to unlock it yet. Let's rewind. In 1994, Roger Corman made a Fantastic Four movie with a budget of what looked like a few leftover pizza coupons. It was so bad it never even got an official release. It just became a kind of urban legend among cult movie fans. Then in 2005, 20th Century Fox gave us a proper version. They tried to go with a lighthearted sitcom-style vibe. Marvel's first family is a cheerful comedy. Sure, Chris Evans was charming as the Human Torch, but the cheesy CGI and corny one-liners turned the film into a forgettable mess. 2 years later came the sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and it went downhill fast. They somehow managed to turn Galactus, one of Marvel's most iconic cosmic villains, into a giant space cloud. Why were we? Well, the filmmakers thought a towering guy in a purple helmet who eats planets might look too silly for general audiences. So, yeah, we got a cloud. Fast forward to 2015, another reboot. This time, director Josh Trank wanted to fix the previous version by taking a darker, grittier route. Instead of comedy, we got a moody origin story full of angst and body horror. It ended up feeling more like a weird mutant horror movie than a superhero film. Critics hated it. Fans hated it. The movie even set a record for one of the lowest-rated superhero films of all time. You notice a pattern here? Every reboot tries to fix the mistakes of the last one. The 2005 version thought the 94 one was too cheap and serious, so it went fun and goofy. The 2015 version thought the old ones were too goofy, so it went full dark and edgy. At its core, it's a classic case of playing not to lose. The more scared they are of messing up, the further they drift from what actually makes this team great. Here's a fun fact. The Fantastic Four aren't really superheroes. They're explorers. That's what sets them apart from the rest of Marvel's lineup. Spider-Man protects New York. Doctor Strange guards the mystical realm. The Guardians of the Galaxy are space cops on call 24/7. Most heroes react to danger. They wait for a crisis, then jump in to fix it. But the Fantastic Four? They're scientists, pioneers, curious minds who dive headfirst into the unknown. Their powers aren't the main story. Exploration is. Even their setup is different. They're not secret vigilantes. They're famous science celebrities. Astronauts, inventors, researchers. They didn't get their powers from spider bites or lab accidents. They got them from a cosmic space mission gone wrong. Their headquarters, the Baxter Building, is both a lab and their home. Their suits aren't capes and cowls. They're NASA-style space uniforms. Even their enemies aren't just bad guys. Doctor Doom is a genius scientist with a god complex. The Red Ghost wanted to recreate their space experiment. The Mole Man? He's basically an underground explorer. Their conflicts aren't always about good versus evil. Sometimes it's a clash of scientific philosophy, different visions of how to understand the universe. Even Galactus, the so-called Big Bad, is less of a villain and more like a cosmic ecosystem manager, a force of nature, a necessary evil to keep the universe in balance. From many angles, it's fair to say that the Fantastic Four are scientists and explorers first, and superheroes second. Judging from the newly released teaser, it seems the upcoming reboot may have finally found the right direction. Starting with the aesthetics, the strong sense of outdated futurism is actually a deliberate design choice known as retrofuturism, a style born in the 1960s. The streamlined silhouette of the Baxter Building draws inspiration from NASA's Apollo-era industrial design. featuring mirrored glass facades and metallic grid structures that echo the comic's portrayal of a technological marvel. The furnishings are filled with atomic age aesthetics, sleek lines, minimalism, and metal finishes. This design choice reflects an era when people believed limited special effects could still convey futuristic wonder. Back then, people worshipped nuclear power and were fascinated by space exploration. This aesthetic isn't just visual flair, it represents a long-lost imagination of the future. If you think about recent sci-fi, we've largely lost our optimism. Black Mirror warns of technological alienation. Terminator predicts AI rebellion. Blade Runner 2049 paints a bleak postmodern dystopia. Cyberpunk 2077 dramatizes the contradiction between high-tech and low-life. Without realizing it, our collective imagination of the future has been reduced to despair and anxiety. But in the 1960s, the outlook was entirely different, full of hope and wonder. The space race between the US and the Soviet Union made interstellar travel seem just around the corner. Science felt like a solution to all problems. TVs and cars were visibly improving daily life. It was an era of bold dreams and sincere belief. It was in this exact atmosphere that the Fantastic Four were born in 1961. They didn't become superheroes out of obligation, but as a symbol of humanity's thirst for discovery. In their comics, there was no fear of technology, only the joy of breakthroughs. Even when their space expedition failed, they gained powers. There were no complaints, only endless courage. The Fantastic Four were the perfect embodiment of a hopeful era. Another core theme of the Fantastic Four is family. Now, I know, many people are already allergic to that word. Marvel's Phase 4 squeezed the family theme to the point of exhaustion. Eternals gave us a literal god-tier family. Thor 4 threw Chris Hemsworth into a single-parent arc. WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2 had Wanda tearing through multiverses for her imaginary children. These stories fell into a predictable trap, turning family into a plot device. In short, I'm doing it for my family became the ultimate justification, even for destroying the world. But in Fantastic Four, the concept of family is different. Forget the movies for a second. In the comics, Marvel's first family earned their title through years of storytelling and fan appreciation. Reed and Sue are husband and wife. Sue and Johnny are siblings. Ben is Reed's closest friend. Together, they form not just a team, but a scientific collective. Yes, they have domestic drama. Reed's investment failures, Ben's rocky relationships, but more importantly, they share a unified vision for exploration and a natural sense of teamwork when facing the unknown. This is a family with a shared mission and spirit. Again, I'm talking about the comics. As for the movie, haven't seen it yet, not holding my breath. But honestly, this new Fantastic Four might be worth a shot, because what we really need isn't just another reboot, but a story that truly embraces the core of what the Fantastic Four represent.